So the big question is this: how are marketers like us, who don't cut corners and rely on hype-filled, black hat, scammy marketing, who are always focused on providing value first and over-delivering for our customers with every single purchase they make, how do we market our products and services in a way that allows us to get our message out into the world, dominate the competition, and create a lifestyle of freedom and abundance without sacrificing sales and profit? That's the riddle, and on this show, you'll find the answer. Hey, my name's Misha Wilson, and welcome to Marketing with Misha.
What is going on, everyone? Misha Wilson here, coming at you for another episode of Marketing with Misha. Let me know what your name is and where you're coming in from. Coming at you from my girlfriend's house here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Give me a quick yes as you hop on here and pay attention to this entire Facebook Live. Let me know that you can see and hear me loud and clear. And let me know what your name is in the comments box. So with that said, I will go ahead and dive into today's topic, something that's dear to my heart, something that I can't stand that goes on in the industry. And, kind of share with you a little story of, what I completed today, the task I completed in the business, one of the tasks I completed in my business, our business. And really, again, the difference between, what I like to think of as the good guys in our industry and the bad guys in our industry. So earlier today, I had to, we're creating new funnels all the time. We're always creating new customer acquisition processes, upsell processes, streamlining the overall sales process, etc. And one of the things that we're, really prioritizing for the next quarter, kind of second half of this year is we're going to start diving into Facebook ads. All right. So many of you guys know me. I've done solo ads for a long time. I've crushed it with solo ads. And again, solo ads are still working. We still do them, but we're always trying to look at, branching off and expanding and bringing more people in and more, diversification, adding more legs to the business, reducing risk, etc. And I've been doing, my little episodes of lessons learned the hard way over the course of the last couple days. And I was going to do another one of those, but I decided I'd rather go ahead and hop on and talk about this for today. Then I'll get back to, my lessons learned the hard way in the next Facebook Live. So what I want to talk about today is whether or not you follow your own advice. All right. So back to the story, we have to create, a new funnel, a new process, a new sequence, a new essentially just funnel for our, of course, Facebook ads that we're looking to go ahead and get off the ground. And you have to do things a little bit differently with Facebook, right? You can't use certain language patterns. You have to use, certain disclaimers, disclosures, all that kind of stuff that aren't just regular disclaimers, but they're Facebook disclaimers. And you definitely can't use certain types of language patterns that, are used a lot in our industry on certain pages. And so I kind of had to go through and build out a little, kind of mini funnel, use a lot of what we already had, but then add to some of our funnels too. And one of the things that I had to build out was a bridge page. All right. So for all of you who are pro members, Maui Intensive members, all in Accelerator members, all in coaching and mentorship student members, anyone in the actual community, you guys probably know what a bridge page is. You guys have probably seen me review bridge pages 1,000 times on different coaching calls. And if you've been to one of our events, you've probably had your actual bridge page script written out at our actual events, our workshops, at the actual event. And I feel like sometimes people kind of, they look at what we're doing and they think, God, this is so simple. This can't be the secret. Or they look at, how we're building things and they say, this, isn't necessarily rocket science. So there has to be something else. And so instead of focusing on the thing that's simple, the proven process, the strategic approach to building a business that we share, using the simple done for you script, they say, look, that's too simple. I'm going to go out and try to figure it out on my own. I'm going to go out and try to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to go out and try to, be a little bit more revolutionary. I'm going to go out and try to, start from the ground up instead of taking what's already there with the done for you resources and just running with them and understanding that they're proven, understanding that they have the psychological elements in place for a certain reason, where we have them in place, understanding that, again, everything that we do in those actual scripts is designed to be relevant to the market, to speak to the market, to speak to their pains, to, create more desire for your products and everything in between. And so what I see is a lot of people kind of end up leaving our workshop sometimes and then just kind of doing it on their own, right? And just so you guys know, when it comes to the value that we bring, of course, our all-in and Maui Intensive members, I had to create a bridge page today. A very simple little bridge page video. It's 4 minutes long. Our video guide's going to be tricking it out and doing that whole thing later on today and tomorrow. But literally, I sat down, I opened up the exact same script that I gave our actual coaching students. I took that exact same script, I made tweaks to that exact same script to make it relevant to me, just like I tell our coaching students to do. I recorded the audio and I sent it out to our video guy. The exact same script, all right? I'm not telling you to use one script and then using another script. I'm not telling you that this is how it works when it actually works like this. I'm not, telling you to use solo ads and then not running solo ads and email traffic myself. I'm not telling you, to try this and then doing it exactly opposite. And unfortunately, in the online world, there's so much of that. And there are so many leaders, quote unquote, who are out there telling you, to do this and then doing that, telling you, this is the right strategy and selling you something having to do with, whatever that thing may be when they're not even using that thing themselves. And very simply put, they're talking the talk, but they're not walking the walk. And, in all actuality, the truth of the matter is, the sad truth is that for people outside of our industry can get a little bit of a bad rep. Our industry can be looked at as, unfortunately, sometimes not the best. Our industry can be viewed in, not necessarily the most positive light. And it's because of the people who, are saying one thing and doing another. It's because of the people who are out there preaching one thing and then behind the scenes not following their own advice. It's because of the people who are out there, preaching about adding value, providing value, and then at the end of the day, doing everything in their power to, go as little above and beyond for their customer as humanly possible. And at the end of the day, when that adds up over the course of the months, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5 month, 6 month, 7 month, that marketer will get a bad reputation. That marketer, will end up having unhappy customers, an unhappy tribe, an unhappy following. And if you get enough of those marketers out there where people are unhappy, dissatisfied, complaining, talking about you negatively, etc., it does nothing for the industry as a whole other than pull everyone else down in the actual industry itself. So please understand that, look, if you're out there marketing and you're telling people to send emails, send your fucking emails, all right? Excuse my language, but it has to be said. If you're out there telling people to do Facebook Lives, do your Facebook Lives. If you're out there telling people to host webinars, you better be hosting webinars yourself, or you better have an automated webinar. You better have, hosted 10,000 webinars in the past and gotten to a point where, again, you're crushing it because you have a bunch of experience. If you're telling people to use a bridge page script like I am, the exact same bridge page script that we give to all of our all-in members, and unfortunately some members use it, some members don't. But again, if I'm telling you to use the bridge page script that I'm telling you to use, I better be using that bridge page script myself. And you guys can see the bridge page for our All-In Accelerator and Top Earner Accelerator members. I will post the bridge page in the actual Facebook group here later this week when it gets done. Titus, good to see you, brother. When it gets done, just for a little bit of proof of concept that I truly do, walk the walk and do exactly as I tell you to do. And at the end of the day, look, success isn't overnight. You have to take consistent action. You have to take predictable action. You have to take a lot of action before you have any gratification. And that's what the hardest thing is in our world, in this society. Everything is instant gratification. You log into Facebook, someone's liked your stuff, you have a little hit of dopamine. You log into Twitter, someone tweeted your stuff, you have a little hit of a feel-good chemical in your brain. Someone, likes your thing on Instagram, shares your post on Facebook, gets on my Facebook Live. I have 10 people on here with me right now. Psychologically, that's all little, again, I'm getting off on a tangent here, but those are all little hits of dopamine giving you instant gratification. The tough part about success, the tough part about building a business, the tough part about being successful long term is that you have to wake up every single day and take action steps and do work and take actions and put in inputs and put in inputs and put in inputs and put in inputs before you see any output. You have to constantly execute upon the cause, and then sooner or later you will see the effect. But please, if you want to be one of the good guys in our marketplace, if you don't want to be like, one of the sleazy, people who give our marketplace a bad reputation, and if you want to be one of the marketers who helps kind of, build us up and make us look better, if you're telling people to execute upon the cause, if you're telling people to send the emails, if you're telling people to do the videos, if you're telling people to use scripts that, you're saying are the best scripts to use, if you're telling people to do something, you better be doing it yourself, and you better be leading by action versus just leading with the words coming out of your mouth, because long term, it's the only way that you can build a long-term sustainable business for yourself, and it's also the only thing that'll help our industry long term and help provide more value to the industry as a whole. So that's my message for today. Give me some comments, likes, hearts, shares, all that jazz if you guys got value. And as always, if you got value, be sure to go ahead and share this video. If I get enough shares to views, I'll be sure to do more Facebook Lives just like this one. And until next time, over and out. Appreciate all you guys. Give me some comments, likes, hearts, and shares. And until next time, talk later.